All right, welcome back for another deep dive with us.
Always a pleasure.
This one, well, you know how much I love the X-Files and all.
Oh, yes.
And the fans have really come through this time, haven't they?
They have. They've dug deep into the archives for this one.
We're going all the way back to season 3, Too Shy.
1995. November 3rd, to be precise.
Wow, yeah, 1995. I mean, think about the internet back then. It was like the Wild West, right?
Right.
And this episode, well, it kind of predicted some of the dark corners we'd find online.
It did, in a way. It was a Monster of the Week episode, so standalone, not part of the larger mythology arc.
Right. But it really stuck with people, and it's fascinating to see why. So that's our mission for today, yeah. To go back to Too Shy, unpack the story, maybe shiver a little at how creepy it still is, and then, well, I love the behind-the-scenes stuff, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Those little nuggets, the how they did it, what they were thinking, tidbits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Too Shy. We're in Cleveland, Ohio. Not the usual X-Files setting, right?
A bit of a change from the shadowy forests of the Pacific Northwest.
And we meet Laura McKelvey. She's overweight, and she's looking for connection like so many of us do. She's chatting with someone online, seems nice enough, decides to meet up.
And this is where that feeling of dread starts to creep in. You just know with the X-Files that something bad is about to happen.
Oh, yeah. And it does. Her car is found the next day, and, well, it's not a pretty sight. Lauren is dead, but not just dead.
Yeah.
Her body is, I don't even know how to describe it, liquefied, dissolved.
It's one of those classic X-Files images that just sears itself into your memory. Just a skeleton covered in this gooey residue. The visual effects team really outdid themselves.
It did. Gruesome, but effective. So in come Mulder and Scully. And it's clear right away that this case has echoes of other unsolved murders, all with this bizarre connection to online dating. Scully, being Scully, gets right into the autopsy and, well, what does she find? Because it's not your average cause of death, is it?
Not at all. The substance coating Lauren's bones, it's identified as an incredibly concentrated digestive enzyme, like what's in our stomachs, but amplified, with tons of pepsin, which breaks down protein. And get this, almost all the body fat is gone, completely dissolved, targeted.
Okay, now this is where it gets extra creepy. We're introduced to Virgil Encanto, the killer. But we see him online first, going by timid in these chat rooms. And he's specifically seeking out, well, larger women. We even see him setting up a date with another woman, Ellen Kaminsky. She uses the name Hugs online.
And it's so unsettling how he comes across. Quiet, unassuming, playing on that vulnerability, the desire for connection.
Right. And then his landlady, Monica Landis, interrupts him. Monica. She's kind of sweet on him, thinks he's a writer. But her daughter, Jessie, who's blind, there's something about her. She's so perceptive. You just know she's going to be important.
Oh, absolutely. That sensory detail, the way she picks up on things others miss, it's crucial later on. But back to Encanto. Mulder, he digs up some evidence, finds out Encanto used a credit card stolen from a previous victim to set up his online accounts.
Classic Mulder, following the trail, connecting the dots. But then things get even darker. Ellen, she must have felt something was off because she stands Encanto up. And he doesn't take it well. He ends up with a prostitute, Holly McLean, and things get violent. She injures him, defending herself, but he kills her.
And again, that same digestive enzyme blocking her airways this time. But here's the truly bizarre part. There are no oils or fatty acids under her fingernails, which, if they struggled, shouldn't be possible.
Right. And this is where Mulder comes up with his, well, somewhat out there theory, the fat-sucking vampire idea.
I mean, it sounds crazy, but given the evidence, the missing body fat, the enzyme, it's kind of hard to dismiss entirely.
You gotta love Mulder's leaps of logic, right?
Yeah.
So then he stumbles across some old Italian poetry in Encanto's emails. Super obscure medieval stuff. And turns out Encanto translates this kind of literature, which leads them to Detective Alan Cross, who's helping them track down anyone who might have access to these texts.
It adds this weird layer to Encanto, doesn't it? This intellectual side, this connection to this dark, romantic literature. Makes him even creepier, I think.
Oh, totally. But, well, Ellen, she gives Encanto another chance. Bad decision, right? And things spiral. Monica, the landlady, she finds Detective Cross's body in Encanto's apartment, and he kills her too.
It's heartbreaking, but it's Jessie, Monica's daughter, remember her? She smells her mother's perfume in Encanto's apartment, and he's denied seeing her. That's the moment she knows. She calls the police.
The blind girl, sensing the truth. Chilling. Meanwhile, Mulder and Scully, they're tracing Encanto through his computer, and they find a list of all the women he's contacted online. And guess whose name is on that list?
Ellen. And you just know the clock is ticking at this point.
Oh yeah, it's a race against time.
Yeah.
They get to Ellen's apartment, and Encanto is attacking her. It's chaos. Mulder runs after someone, but it's the wrong person, and Scully is left to fight Encanto alone. Until Ellen, she grabs Scully's gun and shoots him.
Wow, that's right. It's Ellen who saves the day. Talk about a badass moment.
Right. And then, well, Encanto, he's weak, his body's all messed up from whatever he's doing, but he confesses to 47 murders in 5 states. It's insane.
And his motivation is twisted. He's not just a killer. He's providing these women with connection, with intimacy in exchange for, well, their life force. It's so disturbing.
His last words, though, the dead are no longer lonely. It's chilling.
It is. But now let's shift gears a bit, because the making of this episode, it's a story in itself. I mean, 1995, the internet was so new. And this episode, it tapped into a fear that was just starting to emerge, right?
Yeah, the danger of online anonymity. Too Shy almost predicted catfishing, online predators, all of that. And that fear, well, it's even more relevant today, isn't it, with social media and dating apps?
Absolutely. It was ahead of its time. And then there's the whole dissolving bodies thing. I mean, that's peak X-Files gross out.
Yeah, right.
It's both horrifying and, in a weird way, kind of brilliant.
And so many fans compare Encanto to Eugene Toombs from Squeeze. Both of them, they have this quiet creepiness that makes them even more terrifying. No loud, over-the-top villainy, just pure, unsettling menace.
And Timothy Carhart, the actor who played Encanto, he's fantastic. So subtle. You know, he'd been in big movies before, like Thelma and Louise, Witness, even Ghostbusters. But as Encanto, he's so chillingly normal.
Speaking of names, I love that the original title for this episode was Fat Sucker.
Way less subtle, right? Changing it to Too Shy was definitely the right move. And all those melting corpses, they used mostly practical effects, prosthetics, slime, all that. This has been a mess on set.
But it worked. It's still one of the most visually disturbing episodes. And Mulder's pheromone theory, well, it's not entirely out there. There is real science behind chemical attraction.
The X-Files, always blending the bizarre with a bit of real-world science. And it also touched on some pretty sensitive themes, didn't it? Plus-size women, online dating, vulnerability. And while some of it might not hold up today, it definitely sparked conversations about body image and exploitation.
It did. And you know what's interesting? The network was apparently hesitant about that opening scene, the dead woman in the goo. But Chris Carter and the director, David Nutter, they fought to keep it. They knew it set the tone for the whole episode.
Good call, right. And setting it in Cleveland was unusual too, gave it a different feel, this kind of urban decay vibe.
It did. And let's not forget Mulder's humor. Even in this dark episode, he has that line about killer cholesterol. Classic Mulder.
It's that balance, isn't it? The humor, the horror, the science, all blended together. And Scully, she gets attacked. But it's Ellen who takes down Encanto. It's a great moment of female empowerment.
It is. And the inspiration for Encanto's character, it's actually drawn from real-life cannibalism cases, serial killers who use body parts.
Yeah.
So it's rooted in this really dark part of human history.
Which makes it even creepier.
Yeah.
And early drafts of the script were apparently even more graphic, with a scene of someone melting in real time.
Wow. Yeah. I'm kind of glad they toned it down. But what makes Too Shy so effective, I think, is that there's no supernatural element. It's just pure human evil. And that's scarier in a way because it feels more real.
It does. It's like Squeeze and Irresistible, those episodes where the monster is just a person. It's that grounded horror that gets under your skin.
So yeah, Too Shy. Disturbing story, fascinating behind-the-scenes stuff. It still resonates today in this age of online connection and, well, disconnection. It makes you think, doesn't it?
It does, about the risks we take, the masks we wear, the darkness that can hide in plain sight. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. I think we all need a little light after that one.
I agree. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into, well, who knows what dark corners of pop culture we'll explore next.
Always an adventure.
Until then, keep watching the skies. And maybe be careful who you chat with online.
Oh, wise words indeed.